So, welcome everyone for the finals of ESOC Weekend Tours Supremacy Challenge number 1. We have Mitoe versus LordRaphael, and this is first game on Florida. LordRaphael is playing Dutch, and Mitoe is playing China. And I have my co-caster Stanley Winston with me. Stanley, you have to say something about the matchup?
Um, I've never actually seen this matchup in a tournament before because I really think it's kind of Dutch favored, but Dutch is just Dutch on this patch. Anyway, yeah, I think this is going to be interesting. We're probably going to see Fortress play with maybe some Hussar from Dutch to harass a bit in H2. But other than that, I don't think we're going to see that much H2 play.
Okay. So just a quick recap of what has happened so far. Mito and Lord Raphael both have decided to build a trading post, and Lord Raphael has got hunting dogs from the market.
Oh, Raphael has built a trading post as well.
He,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
interesting.
Uh, what do you think about trading post as a Dutch player?
Well, you can look at it both ways. Like it speeds up your build in the first place, but the like if you build a bank, you basically get a TP pass anyway. But in the longer run, the TP is going to pay off for him because his shipments are just gonna keep coming faster. But I think that early on, if you have to delay like an Egypt or or skip a Vil or anything other than that, then my opinion, it's not that worth it. But of course, Raphael probably has his reasons to make the trading post anyway.
Yeah,
Did he have any wood treasure? 80 wood, and he probably had 100 from uh
I think it was
100
a,
from.
I think it was a wood
Was it,
start. So yeah, 100 from the crates.
so he only had to chop 20. Yeah, that's fine. I guess your bank gets delayed a little bit, but that's I guess that's fine.
Yeah, and he has also got 135 coins. So that's a huge treasure for Raphael.
Let me quickly check the map actually, if the map is fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I remember doing that, like the players only had one mine on their entire map, and then we just only realized when the game was like 2 minutes or 3 minutes.
Okay.
A lot of wood being chopped. Oh, he's going to build a second trading post. I'm too quiet apparently. Can you turn me up a little bit?
Sorry.
This they say that I'm a little bit quiet.
Okay. Should be fine now.
All right.
Okay, so that's interesting from Mido for a second trading post. Um,
Maybe he will go for some H2 play. I'm not sure.
okay. Can you look at Mito's deck and tell me what do you think of it?
Pretty standard, I think. Yeah.
Oh,
Both decks don't really have water cards, I think.
yeah.
No.
Oh, what's that Mandarin Duck Squad for China? I think it's
Sorry,
10.
what did you say?
What's that H2 card for China? Mandarin Duck Squad, which is for 500 foot.
Oh, that are 8 choose and the flamethrower. Yeah, that card is actually pretty interesting. I've seen it shipped once, but mostly that's like for troll play with flamethrowers and chukanus and stuff. Don't think he's going to ever need that. But it's like for a late H2 play if you need like more ranged units and you have no options left and you have 500 foot in the bank by any chance.
Okay.
He's mining a lot of gold. That's interesting.
He's probably going to age up, maybe.
Yeah, it's probably going to maybe three bank FF. I'm not sure. Oh, fourth
I
bank going down.
yeah.
He shipped. Sorry, I don't have the UI. Oh,
Uh,
5 banks.
Yeah, he shipped 700 wood and one bank wagon.
Yeah, this setup is really nice because like Mito isn't going to push anytime soon, so he can just do whatever he wants with his 5 banks and his trading post. So
Yeah.
if
But
he ships in H3 1000 wood, and he can get his military production down and get like steel traps and everything, then he's going to have a really good economy and a really strong army as well.
okay. I have one question. Instead of bank wagon, Miter is not going to push in H3. So shipping 600 wood and making the fifth bank as well. What do you think about that?
He has 5 banks at the moment.
No, I'm saying that instead of shipping one bank wagon as a shipment, what do you think of
Oh,
sending 600 wood earlier and making the fifth bank from the resources?
um, well, it can go two ways. Like a bank wagon in the first place, um, it depends on the map. Like a bank wagon is in better cases in when you have like a lower hunt map. So because yeah, you basically ship 350 wood and 300 food, so you don't have to gather 300 food extra for the bank, and then your age up is faster. But 600 wood grants you more like like it can be used for different stuff like racks, a stable, or houses, or the bank, or even upgrades. Like it's you can do a lot more stuff with 600 wood, but it all depends like what you can do in what situation. But in most cases, I think bank wagon in the first place also is better because fill seconds. There's like a new discussion going on these days with whether you should ship 600 wood or bank wagon. But I think the food in itself, like 300 food, is you already have to gather for 4 banks, and then if you have to gather for the fifth bank, that's a lot of food that you need.
Okay. So both the players are aging up right now. Lord Raphael just reaching age 3, and Mito did a sneaky village here and shipped some
That's
steppe riders.
interesting.
Yeah,
He shipped 9 pike and 7 step rider. That's pretty interesting.
yeah, and
But this
300.
is like a timing push. Yeah, but he's going to hold with Minutemen and skirmishers. Like there's not much he can. The 10 arquebusiers are fine, but I think he will just be fine if he goes back and just stays
Yeah,
under his TC and waits for the shipment.
yeah. This is looking like
But
some kind of early H3 timing push.
I have no idea why he actually shipped 9 pike and 7 step riders. Like, if he had those cards in H3, then like 5 iron flails, 5 meteor hammer, petards. All right, okay. So we see petards coming. That's actually pretty nice. Like that's already a good payoff for that card. Like getting
Yeah.
those banks. If he can get 2 banks, that would be insane. Oh
Uh,
no, he did damage. He did not enough damage to the
yeah.
other bank. I thought he did more damage.
Ooh, he could probably have taken the down center as well and prevent Raphael from shipping H3 shipments, maybe.
Yeah, and this is a problem. Like he shipped 4 Hus and made 5, and now he has 9 Hus on the field, and he has no anti-cav so whatsoever. Unless he has something popping out, like 3 Chengdao and some Skirm, but I doubt it. Or a cav badge, but I don't think I don't. What? Never mind. I thought he was actually going to win that. Yeah, here come the Chengdao.
Yeah. But I think Lord Raphael might be still winning this fight. Yeah, he's going to win.
And I don't see anything for Mito now that he can ship out of this village that's actually going to win him this fight. Because he maybe 11 Shangdao and a batch of Cav, but
Maybe.
I don't think he has a shipment left. Did he actually ship 7 step and 9 pike?
Yeah, he did ship 7 Steppe Riders and 9 pikes.
Wow.
And 300 exports. So I think that's how he got the petards from the British
Yeah,
island.
the petards. Well, it was a nice try, but I think he's pretty far behind now. Like he did get the bank, but if he got like the one more bank, that would have been a better situation. And now he has to
Yeah.
deal with Fed Hussar, and that's going to be really hard as China. I also don't know why he made the second Rex there. He's probably
Yeah,
going to lose it.
yeah, he doesn't have resources also.
Oh,
And
here are the red codes. If he micros, he can take this, but this is going to be very hard. Yeah, and now there are also Reuters on the field. This is
and
interesting.
yeah, and Rafa is also rebuilding his fifth bank now. So
10 Reuters, 10 Huss, and 10 Skirm. Like, that's a really good combination. But the thing is that LordRaphael is hunting in a really awkward spot, like on the sides, like here and here. But if Mitoe would have had units to raid a bit, then it would have been a lot more risky for him to put together there. But now, like, he knows that Mitoe needs every unit near his Rexes to defend this, because otherwise they're gonna lose like 600 wood worth of infrastructure.
yeah, and it's kind of hard for Matty to come back from here because he has like consumed two of his H3 shipments, and the economic difference is just increasing. It's like 50 villager population against 35 right now, and
Yeah.
in terms of military, also Dutch is very far ahead. So
And also he aged with the Confusion Academy, which means that he doesn't have the like if you age with the tower, then you would have had the porcelain tower, then you would have had like a stable income of wood or anything else. But now if he needs wood, then he just chop it, and that's really awkward.
yeah, and Lord Raphael coming in for a raid here, he might be able to get few villagers here.
Oh, even five, six.
Yeah, 4 to 5 villages. That's
Yeah,
one,
that's it.
two, three.
And Raphael just has to kite with these units. Like he can just put the Reuters behind, let the skirms tank a bit, and
Yeah,
then when oh, that's a misclick.
okay.
I think he's still fine though.
Yeah,
Also getting the flying crow
cool.
there for free almost. And he still has skirms left and a lot of Reuters, and all that's left is like heavy infantry and a few skirmishers. But I think if he picks them off with the skirms, and those hussars are still doing damage in his base, like he has
Yeah,
killed like 4 or 5
four,
villagers
five
already.
villages more.
And you see right now, like Mitoe is 70 or even 80 scored behind.
Yeah, and this score is just now going to increase over time because Mito has lost 9 villages so far. And
And I look at this, if he finds this build on his mine and he
yeah,
can't gather. Good game.
yep. Game number one goes to Lord Raphael. And in a best of 5 series, we are one up right now.
Yeah, I thought he didn't ship 300 export for the petard. Like I just thought he actually had to export in the consulate, so he didn't need to send an extra shipment. But apparently he had to ship the shipment for that, so yeah, then it's
Yeah,
already not worth it. And I thought also that he did more damage to the other bank, so he could have taken it down. But yeah,
yeah. But I think like Raphael just shipped 4 hussars at that time, so he really hadn't units to siege it down that time.
Excuse me. Let me just quickly restart the game because I didn't have sound in that game. That's really annoying.
Alright.
Can you also turn your inputs for for Discord, like the gate, a little bit down? Because sometimes there's some stuff missing from what you're trying to say.
I'm not sorry. I'm not getting what you're saying.
So sometimes when you speak, some stuff is cut away.
Okay, so what should I do?
Um, you can go to the settings in the voice and video, and then the voice activity, the input. Normally it's on automatic, but if you can put it like a little bit, if you manually do it and just put it like more down, then that would be good.
Okay. Okay, is it better right now?
Yeah, yeah, seems like it.
Okay. All right. So let's. What's the second map? It's Cascade Range. But I think they have victored the Cascade Range. So Indonesia is going to be the second map here, and this is a very water heavy map. So we can probably expect some water civilizations from both the players.
I haven't seen that much water play in tournaments lately. Only from like the standard known water players like
Yeah.
Kinesi and Breeze Brothers and all that stuff. But yeah, now with the boats being cheaper and all, and being worth for some civs like the knock, just spam like from two eco buildings. Yeah, we're gonna see Aztec. And I would think that maybe Maida would play India in this map. Maybe.
Um, India was
Or
Aztecs.
sorry?
India was Aztecs. I think Aztecs has advantage in that matchup, right?
Yeah, it depends on how you play it. Like if you play with the aircraft, very defensive, and like put it near the water and put like boats and stuff and aim a bit, then you just have to hold like the initial push, and after that initial push, you just win. And also like India has really good units.
Okay.
Maybe Dutch, but Dutch, I think, yeah, Aztec does fine against Dutch, I think, but Skirm's being pretty good against anything that Dutch has.
Hmm.
He could also just mirror, but I don't think he's going to do that. Like that's just like a pretty dumb matchup in general.
I think I might be going for France, maybe.
Yeah, could be, but then he doesn't like if Raphael goes water, then there's no way for France to actually contest that. So it has to be like let's see if that can hold the aggression of Aztecs, but can also deal a little bit of water against water. Maybe Portuguese could be
Yeah,
a thing.
or maybe
Port, I would
British.
probably Dutch, Brit, Port. Yeah,
Yeah,
Brits could be a thing as well.
but I think Dutch is quite bad versus Aztecs early on.
Who?
Dutch,
What's it?
Dutch,
Oh
Dutch.
no. Yeah, they just need to make 5 skirms and they can pretty much hold anything. But yeah, it's just when the coyote switch comes, that's the point where it becomes risky. Like you want to go H3 for the murders and the Hus, but you really don't want like to die. Aztec mostly just has more stuff than you, and that's how they win that matchup. And also, if you can contain like Dutch and then not let them gather any food, then they have to trade in the market, and that becomes awkward as well.
Okay.
Aztec mirror. Yeah, okay.
The dumb matchup.
Yeah. So it's going to be 2 warheads in the middle, and then 6 pike and 5 coyote, and then 10 mace, and that's going to be the mirror.
And whoever macros
Like,
better wins.
yeah, it's basically the who has the better treasures early on, and then who is the fastest in H2 gets the warhead hub and gets like most damage to the warhead. Once you lose the warhead, then it's pretty much over. Or maybe we're gonna see something totally different and no aggressive play, and see
Water play
water
maybe.
boomers, and then go industrial or stuff. But mostly that's how the mirror is played, like 6 pike, 10 mace, maybe 5 coyote even. And the jaguars. I've seen people age with 2 skull knights as well to annoy them.
Yeah, I like Skull Knights. Aging up with Skull Knights.
The problem with that is that it doesn't give you anything apart from the skull knights. You can age with the warhead, then you get like the warhead trava, that gives you something. But like the skull knights are just the skull knights, and if you're unlucky and the ship's 10 mace, then yeah.
But I think most players stage up using the very fast option. I think.
Yeah, because yeah, you get your shipment right away when you age, so it's almost not worth it not to age with the fast agent. But there are
Mm.
also other variants of fasting play, like you can age with the skull knights and with the warhead politician. But most of the time, people age with the fast politician.
Okay. I think the hunts and mines are fair. Uh,
Uh, Where's Lord Raphael's second mine?
here,
Here, right?
yeah, and this is my third second mine.
Yeah, but
Mm,
that's significantly further than.
yeah.
Yeah,
Should we rehost?
but yeah, I'm not. I don't. Yeah, like you
Okay.
can look at this way. Like they're not going to use those mines like anywhere soon if it comes to that. But if they would have to use it, then I think it should be.
So let's ask Raphael.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So going on with game number two, Aztec Mirror on Indonesia. Um, I think you start with Free Fire Pit on this map.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So where did it go? Okay. Here's the fishing boat you start with, and both the players have started with the market. So I think that because of the 300 which started, it's quite easy to get hunting dogs. Uh,
Yeah.
you usually get like 20, 30 to 40 coin treasures, so just gather the rest maybe.
It was also a wood start, so they have the 100 wood spare wood anyway, so it's easy to build a market and a house,
Yeah,
and then get the age up. The hunting dogs. Both players have gone for it like instantly.
yeah.
That's gonna help like the eco a bit, but like it's a mirror, so it doesn't matter. Only if one player doesn't go for it, but both players went for it. So already a little difference is that Mido's fire pit is behind the TC, and Raphael's is in front of
Front
his
of it.
TC, which is quite annoying. Imagine if you have like a fight in the middle and you lose your warhead, and then you come to his TC, then yeah, his fire pit is exposed and Mito's isn't. So little thing to take in account.
Okay. Um, what would you keep fire pit on as Aztecs?
As Aztecs, always like until you get yeah,
No, in H1 I mean.
what is it called? The XP dance, yeah.
Okay, experience.
You always go for experience, and then the people like to do the fire pit trick, which is if you get your first shipment, you switch it to the baby dance, so you get one more fill. But yeah, that results in like a 10 seconds slower age up, I think.
Is that worth it?
So I'm not sure. Yeah, it depends. In a mirror, it could be because 10 seconds isn't that significant, but both players like instantly clicking up at 240. So both players just kept 8 on XP.
Yeah, I think Mito just did exactly what you said because he probably at
Oh
16
no.
villages right now.
Yeah, he has 16 kills. Yeah. And you can also see that Mito is like 5 seconds behind. Oh no,
Yeah,
2 seconds maybe. But yeah, in this case it wasn't that significant because the the hunting dogs and everything
uh,
and the treasures probably just kept him in.
yeah. And Mito going with forward villages, so maybe he's going to do a forward warhood, and
Yeah.
it looks like Raphael is also going to do.
Yeah, and this is already really annoying for Raphael because like the padding to his warhead is so bad that basically it's like a giant wall where like it's not even a wall that you can siege. It's just a wall that's always going to be there. And in fights with hand combat like pikes and maces and all that stuff, then it's going to be pretty hard to break the warhead. Also, damage being done to the warhead already, so 600 wood though, first card.
Yes, but for both the players.
Both players 700 wood.
Yeah,
Then with that you get the houses, and
few messes maybe.
most of the time you start Coyote because like if the other opponent starts Coyote, then your mace are dead, and if you
Okay,
start Coyote versus Coyote, then you have less chance to lose like instantly.
okay. Uh,
Also, maces are 400. Yeah, exactly. So we see 5 Coyotes coming out, and only 4 for Mino. Probably queued like a little bit too soon. Had to
yeah,
lose some vills probably.
yeah. One thing is here that Raphael shipped his explorer on the island and got 90 wood.
Oh, that's
So
yeah. That's going to pay off.
yeah,
Yeah, that already paid off.
but like if my two ships 10 misses and they or pikes and they go for the first fight, then he's going to miss his explorer in the initial fight.
Yeah, but the explorer is going to be a big thing. But as you can see, he's already back on the way. So and they're not. Oh, 5 vills. Both players
But
ship 5 vills. Yeah, Mido probably knows that he can go for eco because his warhead is in such a good place. And Lord Raphael knows that Mido's warhead is in a good place, so he just follows the eco play.
yeah,
Raphael's going to raid a bit, which I like. Always like nice to delay. Like you don't even need to kill a vill. You just have to idle them, and that's only already going to give you like 100 resources maybe.
okay. What do
Yeah.
you think?
So
Sorry, continue.
no. So. No, you can say
I was asking what about the decks for the both players?
the decks. Pretty standard. No
Yeah,
5 KOD, but I don't think you really need that.
Mito doesn't have the water cards though.
Yeah, he only has the range
What?
card and the water dance, but you
Yeah.
you only need water dance basically. Like the eco card is just there to if you ever come to shipping that, then either you had like a really good trade or anything else. So 6 Puma and 600 wood, a huge difference. So basically, Raphael can't do anything against this because he doesn't have maze. So he after this batch he's going to have to make maze, but by the time the maze are coming out, he's oh, Jaguars. Yeah, that's also an option. That's nice. Uh, Not sure who's going to win this fight actually.
And Rafa actually got like
Yeah,
one
he's
or two
really.
villagers there.
But if he loses this Warhead fight, then he loses the game. So, but yeah, the thing is, Raphael has fast reinforcements, but I can't distinguish light blue from blue, man. This is insane. Yeah, yeah. Look at the like a really good retasking of the hero and on the coyotes. And Mito still has a pikeman left, but I think maybe 6 pikes are coming for Raphael now. And then,
Yeah, this is going to be a very close and fair fight, I think. I mean, both the players have lost their all armies.
but Mito has lost 4 vills in that raid. And he almost lost his warrior priest. So he's 4 vills behind right now. And as you can see, here comes a 6 pike, and then the hero died as well.
Yeah,
5 coyotes. But the problem is he doesn't have the Jaguars anymore to counter the pikemen, so he either has to make like 5 mace, but making 5 mace means no 5 coyotes, and that
yeah.
makes you not.
He's probably going to lose the warhead as well.
Yeah, he lost his warhead, and that's really bad. Yeah, the Jaguar pop was really nice from both players, but I think Lord Raphael's Jaguars just spawned a little bit better, like more on top of the
Army.
on Midas pikemen. Yeah, more on his pikemen, so they took out his pikemen pretty fast, and then he got more coyotes in the end. So
Yeah. Stain mess is coming in right now for Mito.
10 mace, yeah,
Think he'll be able to hold this?
yeah, he can hold this, yes, but I think in the long run he's going to have a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't really defend these maces yet.
Yeah,
Like
and
yes, and he doesn't have a warhead, so yeah, basically it's like a Brit mirror. If you lose the middle of the map, then you pretty much lose the game. We're probably gonna see Mito like resigning here. Unless he pops like something like 9 Zapotec warriors, but he doesn't have that in his deck. So
yeah, and he's going to
now
again
he can.
lose a lot of
Yeah, he's going.
villages here.
Yeah. So he lost the map, and now Raphael can, as you can see here, he can just go. Yeah, sure, I'll just go hunt there.
Yeah. And basically the 10 mess shipment was also useless because he just lost
Yeah.
everything to coyotes. So that's GG. Well played. Yeah, Maito just lost that fight pretty bad. Like he was having slightly more military population, but still he lost. And losing those villagers during the raid was also huge.
The thing is like once your units are like spread out around the warhead, it's really hard to retask them because of the damage per second being dealt like when you run. And if you're like around the war hut, and you have to move your coyotes in front of the like to the jaguars and the puma to the coyotes, then you already lose like what is it, half your HP just walking there. So it's basically a do or die situation there. And as he said, like I also think it was attacking the war chief for too long, but I didn't really see it.
Yeah. Okay. So the next map is Bengal, and it's probably a match point right now with LordRaphael leading 2-0. If he wins this game, then it's going to be 3-0. LordRaphael taking the series.
It's a
Let
best of five.
Yeah, it's a best of five.
Interesting.
You didn't sign up for the tourney, right?
No, no, I haven't. I didn't have time really this weekend. I probably will next one if I can, but I'm not sure.
Right.
So when's the next one going to be? Next week or next month?
Well, we're looking at options when all have time to, I mean, do the back end stuff and organize it. So maybe in a couple of weeks or something like that.
Yeah, this is really nice for the community.
Okay, so Mitoe is going to pick now.
Is it alternate picking?
Yeah, it's alternate picking, like the
Right.
last major tournament, I think.
That's nice. Well, not nice. Yeah, yeah, it doesn't favor anyone. So okay, that's good. I would see Dutch here, like definitely.
Yeah, probably Dutch is the safest bet right now, since this map is also, I think, very low end.
Dutch, India, maybe. Nah, not Frit. Brit. Brit could be an option.
Yeah, but this map has very low amount of hunts, so I'm not
Well,
sure.
the amount of hunts is fine. Like, it's okay. It's not bad. It's not great either. It's not like great plains or high plains where you have like 5 million hunts. But but I think the overall like this map is pretty balanced in general, except for those elephants, which I hate to kill with like native vills because they're just like straight going mental every time you try to shoot the elephant. It goes like the other way around, and then you didn't pick 6 vills instead of you picked 4 instead of 5, and then the elephant didn't die, and then all that kind of fun stuff to make you uninstall this game.
I'm so tempted to pick something bad. Why wants my wants to throw his game?
Oh, he's going to pick Spain, isn't he? Or Iro.
Uh, I think Spain maybe.
If he picks Spain, uh, okay, it could be fine, but you just counter pick with any civ. Oh my god. Okay. Japan.
I'm so tempted to pick something bad and then picks Japan.
Japan is really in 1v1, honestly. On this level, I think is quite quite bad.
Okay.
In certain situations, like example, like he can just yeah, exactly. I was going to say he can just pick Russia and just put Strelets in his base for 20 minutes and boom, and then come with Cossacks and everything else. But then Japan has the counter strats to it that Russia can do.
The
But
one, yes, sorry, go ahead.
like he could have picked Britain, still have a pretty decent win because Japan just doesn't scale eco-wise early on, and I think like mid-range they are really good, and then late game it requires a little bit more
Yeah,
eco. But
yeah,
yeah, interesting. We're going to see 5 Cossacks and 10 Strelets by 517, and he's going to lose a couple of Vils, and then
yeah. The
if he
main,
holds that, then he can. If he holds that, then he can come back, and then that's fine. But if he loses like too much or gets idle too long, it's going to be pretty hard.
yeah, and the main thing that Japan can't do is they cannot really use Minutemen to kill the forward villagers of Russia, like you can do with other civs, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. The only thing that they do have is like the pikemen, minutemen, which are pretty good against the 5 Cossacks. But then if you have 10 Strelets behind it, then it doesn't really matter. And I've also seen people do like the no distributism, the yeah whatever the wood trickle card.
Yeah,
Um, the wood trickle, skip it, and then just have like 3 cards consecutive behind after each other to just like ship 5 Cossacks, 13 Strelts, 4 Cossacks, and then play it from there without this the trickle.
right.
Another good point I just read in the chat from Garya is that you only have 2 berries, so you have 2,000 food plus your cherry orchard, which is 5,000.
Yeah, Cherokee is
Um,
fact. Yeah,
yeah, but that means you have 7,000 in total. And if you would have a map with like 2 cherry orchards, you would have 10,000 food. So
10,000
he'll
foot.
have to send, yeah, he have to send his orchards 1 card later, and now he has to send 1 card earlier. But we see everything on food already. We're probably going to see a forward shrine. No, um,
Consulate?
yeah, it's like no consulate. Oh,
No,
he
it's
is
not
building
going
the
good.
consulate.
Yeah. How is it
Oh,
going
it
to?
was a what start was it?
It was coin start, 200 wood and 100
Yeah,
coin.
uh, he was probably hoping for a wood treasure, but now Raphael is here. Oh, he has to go for it. I was just about to say he has to
Yeah.
go for it because otherwise it's going to be housed. Like, and the thing also is he has to keep his Wilson wood in the case he loses the treasure, and if he gets it, that's totally fine. Now he has to poof it, poof your hero.
Oh, Raphael is
Yeah,
going to have it.
Raphael got it.
Yeah. And it's like Mito is now forced to have all villagers on wood so that he
Yeah, he
doesn't.
has to. He's going to be. Yeah, he's housed. His 10th vil is almost there, and his sport consulate is only being researched now.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah, so he's
10th.
going to be housed for about
5 seconds.
15 seconds? 15, 10, 50? Yeah, 10, yeah, make it 5. 5 or 10 seconds.
Yeah, 15 seconds.
Yeah, I was probably hoping for that treasure so he could just... Oh, and he tamed a tiger. Imagine that, taming a tiger. And that thing has a lot of DPS, like it's insane. Like going for treasures with that is just a lot of fun. We
Yeah,
see Kami though from Mino.
yeah, but I think it's going to get 100 full here right now, so it's might still be
No, okay,
fine.
that's fine. Because I was going to say like he has to be aging in like 15 seconds or he's going to be late. But the 100 foot is going to give him like still a decent age of time.
Yep.
Yeah, and he canceled the Veil that was in queue. So he's going instead of a 13 age up, he's going for a 12 age up. Normally at this time, like a 3 minute age up, you have 13 Veils and then you can age, but I think because of the delay when he had to chop more wood and stuff, then he had to cancel the Veil. Which means his TC has had like a lot of idle time.
Yeah, and LordRaphael now sending forward villages, which have been
Greedy.
scouted.
Greedy 2 Veil. But yeah, he has the tiger, so Mito can't do anything. Wait, what did he? Oh no, never mind. Yeah, and that's it. I'm not sure if you can kill.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Raphael
he
is
can
the.
kill both of them. He can kill both of them, and he's walking past it with the tiger.
Uh,
Oh, and that's a great win. That right there.
okay, one village down. Uh, I think I read somewhere like Mito was saying that the only way to win against Russia is to use MM at 4 minutes, and that's
Yeah,
what exactly is doing right now. But I think the blockhouse is still going to go up because the Explorer is there now, Tiger is there.
yeah, that's the thing. Like 6 Minutemen one shot the Veil, so he could have just kept them around. But he delayed it. That's already a good thing. Like the Strelets are going to be like a what is it? 20 seconds later. But the problem with that is like if he sends Cossacks, like delaying the blockhouse doesn't matter. It just delays the infantry
Yeah,
because it's just a waypoint.
maybe you should just waltz and Yumi. I think that's what I would do.
Okay, yeah. Here goes walls and Yumis. Okay, have fun watching that.
Also, his berry positions is like quite bad. It's all in front of the map, so he really can't gather from that if Lord Raphael
Yeah,
is on his town center.
yeah. So this is what I said. Now he has to call the Minutemen, but he doesn't have the coin for it. Oh, he does have it. Oh, he already called them. I was like, he doesn't have the coin for it, but he does have the coin.
Yeah, I think I got a couple coin treasures and 100 coin starts, so that was fine.
So here come the Strelets, and now let's see what they can do. Like if they can they... So
Okay.
far so good.
Yeah. Those three
See,
Yumis
and
popping
yeah,
on the
and this
wrong
is
side.
exactly what I said. Like, how do you deal with the 10 Strelets and 5 Cossacks? Like as Japan, you cannot curve start. You can, but that's just inferior. And now what these 5 Yumis? What protection do they have? Like the yeah,
Okay.
now he has the clubs. He has 3 clubs, but there are like 20 Strelets on the field. How many Strelets are there?
Yeah, 20. 25 or 15 to 20.
15 strelets.
Yeah.
And also, there's also a limit to what TC fire can kill. Like, okay, he killed another Cossack, but those strelets are going to go in, kill the Yumi, and then the Cossacks come in, and then the pikes have to come forward, and then he has no anti-cav. And after the 700 woods from Lord Raphael, he's going to have a stable second blockhouse. Is going to have like a lot of map. And what does Mito have going for him? Like, really nothing at this point.
Yeah, it looks. I think it still might be fine though because the Cossacks are dead and
Yeah, but that Lord Raphael's just gonna keep running in 10 strelets by 10 and just keep idling him.
yeah, that's the main thing. Like he's getting
And
idled a lot.
he has no resource income because he only has 70 shrine pop, which 50 of it is on the big shrine, but it only has 4 animals in it, so it's all already not worth it really for that wonder. Yeah, the
Okay,
daimyo.
damn.
That's nice. That's 2 cav.
Yeah, and he's probably going to kill all Stolets with that. So, but the
Yeah,
thing is that he's idled a lot, and it's not gathering any resources to make any new units
yeah.
right now.
And those 2 Cossacks are going to kill the daimyo. And he doesn't have any minimum left. Like he could have. I'd rather ship him colonial militia than the daimyo because the daimyo is just going to die. Or is it daimyo 3 cav? No, it's 2 cav, 2-ish cav.
Yeah, it's like two hussars maybe.
Yeah, and 10
Less than two
Cossacks
hussars.
are coming in. Yeah, beat Boyard Cossacks, ladies and gentlemen, my favorite unit in the game. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think okay,
Okay,
one
but
club and
now these Yumis, yeah, but these Yumis are on the wrong side of actually the right side of the wall, left side of the wall, but they can't get in because he has no gate and he had wood for a gate, but that's not really worth it.
yeah, and there are Cossacks on both sides of the wall, so it really doesn't matter whether where you miss go, they're just going to die.
Nah, that's going to be it.
GG, wow. Okay, time to run away with the money now.
So it's 3-0, right?
Yeah, it's 3-0, and that's the series.
Oh, congratulations.
Okay, everyone, so that's it for the series. And the first is Hawk Weekend Sure Supremacy Challenge, LordRaphael by Mitoe 3-0, and winning $80 in the process, I think. That's the price pot for number one, and price pot for number two is I think $40 and $15 for third and fourth spot. So the standings are like this: LordRaphael number one, Mitoe number two, Dictator number three, and Dictator and Prince of Kabul number three. I don't think they've played the bronze match yet, but it really doesn't matter. So, and that's it. And Thanks for watching. Thanks for co-casting.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Um,
Yeah, I'm still thinking about how he could have played the game different. I think yeah, like going Kami in this situation is just not ideal because you the card won't pay off because you can't even get above 70 pop. So you rather just age with the Toshogu, but then
Maybe
you're
shift
like
to villages instead of heavenly coming.
two vills is fine and 300 wood as well. You can do anything similar because Ashigaros do quite fine against Strelets. Like if they're not too if they're in mass or in low units, like not 5 against 10, but 10 versus 10 is it's pretty fine.
Maybe you
And
can ship like 5 Yumi archers or 5 Ashiguro musketeers as first
yeah,
shipment in each two, and make 5 Yumi or 5 Ashi from the
yeah. So
barrack.
you make like 1 or 2 shrines, chop for Vax, and then ship 2 times. Just ship units, and then try to break the blockhouse and force him to make units and not go for infrastructure. And anyway, yeah, the game is played, and Raphael won. Congratulations, Lord Raphael.
Yeah. Thank you. So I think that's it for
All right.
today. Bye bye. Thanks for watching, everyone, and that brings the first ESOC Weekend tournament to an end with LordRaphael winning. There probably would be other ESOC Weekend tournaments. So see you next time. Thanks for watching.